Hola y muy buenos días. Hoy vamos a hablar de los gustos o en inglés, cómo expresar likes. Okay, today we're going to talk about how to say I like something or I don't like something. Okay, so the reason we're talking about gustos before we even talk about other verb conjugation is because the way we express that we like something is different from the way that we express other activities or actions or verbs. So here's an example. So in English, we would say, I like. Okay, for example, I like chocolate. I know there are some people who don't, but they're crazy. So I like chocolate. Okay, we use this verb like here. Okay, so I like chocolate. In Spanish, however, we would say, me gusta chocolate. I can't spell today. Me gusta chocolate. Okay. Now you can say me gusta chocolate. You can also say me gusta el chocolate. They're both correct. All right. So what is the difference here? Well, if you remember from our video on pronouns, the pronoun for the word I in Spanish is actually yo. But here, I'm not saying yo gusta chocolate, I'm saying me gusta chocolate. The reason is because gusta does not mean like, okay? Gusta and like are not synonymous, okay? They don't mean the same thing. Gusta technically means pleases. So what I'm saying here is actually chocolate pleases or is pleasing me, right? So chocolate is pleasing to me. Chocolate pleases me. Me gusta chocolate. Okay? However, we don't really talk like this in English. So in English, we would translate this sentence as I like chocolate. All right? So what does this mean? Let's make this simple and easy for you to express. So what does this mean? You might just need to memorize a little bit of vocabulary, all right? So let's look at this vocabulary. We have me gusta. So me gusta is how we are going to say I like. But we need to remember that that is not actually an equals, okay? So this is actually more of an is similar to, okay? It's not exactly the same, but they are close enough. They are close enough substitutes. So if I don't like something, I'm going to say no me gusta, which is going to roughly, not directly, but roughly translate to I don't like. Okay? Me gusta chocolate, no me gusta el pastel. I really don't like cake. It's true. Me gustan mis estudiantes, no me gustan los estudiantes disrespetuosos. All right, so me gusta, I like. No me gusta, I don't like. So what if I'm talking about you, right? It's obviously not going to be me gusta. It's going to be te gusta. Okay, so if remember, gusta is roughly translating to like. So te gusta would mean it is pleasing to you, right? Or roughly translating you like. And then obviously no te gusta, you don't like. If I'm talking about something that's pleasing to him or her or you with a more respect, would be le gusta. Okay, le gusta, roughly translating, once again, not completely equal, roughly translating to she or he or you, polite, likes. And then we have nos gusta, which I'm sure you can figure out by now, roughly translates into we like, because nos is pretty similar to nosotros. However, nos means us, so it's pleasing to us, okay? And then our last one, les gusta, which is going to roughly translate into they or y'all like. Or, once again, direct translation, it's pleasing to them or y'all. All right? So these, me, te, le, nos, les, are going to represent our subjects. These are called indirect object pronouns, which I'm sure you're going to remember after this video. So, me, te, le, nos, les. These are going to represent our different subjects, okay? Me is representing I, right? Yo. Okay, te representing tú, le representing usted or él or ella. Nos is representing nosotros. And les is representing ustedes or ellos or ellas. Okay? So indirect object pronouns, not subject pronouns. Indirect object pronouns are going to represent who is on the receiving end of this pleasing action. All right? So now let's look at our word gusta. Okay, let's look at this word gusta. Now, if gusta means is pleasing, well, is singular, right? Okay, so I'm going to use gusta. This ending on gusta is going to go along with what is pleasing. Okay, this represents what is pleasing or what is liked. Okay, not who likes something. Okay, it doesn't represent who likes, it represents what is liked. All right, so let's take a look at this. When I was in Spain, I met somebody and he said to me, me gustas. Me gustas. And I was sitting there and I was racking my brain. Like, me gustas, me gustas, me gustas. And then I looked at him and I said, que te gusta? Because in my mind, at my beginning of Spanish, I was like, he didn't finish his sentence. He just said, me gustas. Me gustas what? Me gustas perros? Me gustas. Okay, obviously, my grammar wasn't fantastic. So then I asked him, que te gusta? What do you like? Because I didn't think he was done with his sentence. And he just repeated himself. He said, me gustas. Okay. Now, let's look at this for a little bit. Gustas, that S on the end, represents you. So what he was saying is, me gustas tú, or I like you. Okay? Such a nice thing to say if I actually understood what he was saying, right? So me gustas tú. So the end of this is representing, once again, our what, or in this case, who, is liked, not the person who does the liking. All right? So let's look at another example. So if, for example, I want to say we like stories, because who doesn't like stories? We like stories. Now I know that this we is going to be replaced by nos, right? Because really what I'm saying is stories are pleasing to us, nos. Okay, and then like, so like is going to be gusta, right? And then stories are cuentos or historias, right? So I'm going to put cuentos. Now, if you notice, what is liked is plural. All right? So if what is liked is plural, that really was dark. If what is liked is plural, then I need to make my verb plural. So the way we make a verb plural is not with an S, unfortunately. That's going to turn it into you. It's with an N. Okay, so it becomes nos gustan cuentos, or nos gustan los cuentos. Okay, nos gustan is making it plural. All right, so if what is liked is plural, it's going to end in an N. If what is liked is singular, it's just going to end in an A. Okay, so we have gusta. Okay, means I like something, singular object or person. Or gustan which is going to be I like something in plural. Okay? So once again, let's practice. So if I were to say, I like dogs, may. Okay, now I need to think. Dogs is plural, right? So I'm going to go with the end. Me gustan los perros. Okay, if I'm going to say I like something in the singular, I'm just going to go with the a. Me gusta tu lápiz. I like your pencil. Es bonito. See? And this goes with whoever my subject is, all right? So let's look at what if my subject is a plural subject. Does that affect my verb? So if I want to say they like ice cream, which I think is 2 words in English, but this is a Spanish video. So they like ice cream. So they, I'm going to replace that with lace. And then like, well, is ice cream singular or plural? Because what matters is what is liked, okay? Not who, but what. So ice cream is singular. So I'm going to go with gusta. Les gusta el helado. They like ice cream. It's singular, okay? So once again, think about what is liked, not who does the liking. And that is how we can talk about likes and dislikes. One more thing before we finish here is if somebody likes something a lot or somebody doesn't like anything a lot. So we can say, me gusta mucho, which would be like saying, I really like, okay? Me gusta mucho. Think about mucho gusto, nice to meet you. It's really nice to meet you. Me gusta mucho. Como me gusta mucho el chocolate. Me gusta mucho el español. Me gusta mucho viajar. Okay, once again, remember this could have a different ending. I could say, me gustas mucho. I like you a lot. Me gustas mucho. Or I could say, me gustan mucho los perros. All right. If I don't like something or somebody else doesn't like something, I could say, no te or no me or no le, right? Depending on who is doing the liking. So, no te gusta nada. That would be saying you don't like that at all, right? Como, no te gusta nada la tarea, ¿verdad? You don't like homework at all, right? Okay, so no te gusta nada. You can add these on the end to really give some emphasis, okay? Now, if I want to be specific about who is doing the liking, I'm going to put a in front of their name. So I would say, Carlos le gusta Perla. So this is saying Perla is pleasing to Carlos, okay? Or to Carlos, Perla is pleasing. Or as we would say in English, Carlos likes Perla, all right? So this means to, and I put it in front of the person who is doing the liking, okay? The person who is doing the liking. Okay, and this is represented by the le. But if I want to be specific, then I'm going to put this phrase in front. A Carlos le gusta Perla. I can also use it to talk about myself. I could say, a mí me gusta el fútbol. Okay, so maybe we're going around a circle and everyone's talking about what they like, and now it's my turn, and I just want to emphasize that I'm the one who likes it. Okay, so a mí, I'm going to put this phrase at the front. A mí me gusta el fútbol. Okay. Now, there are other verbs that act just like gustar. For example, you could say me encanta if you're saying I love it. Or you could say me choca if you're saying I hate it. Okay. But the most often used is gusta. So if you remember nothing else about this video, please just remember me gusta means more or less I like. And no me gusta, more or less, means I don't like. Okay? check out the practice page for some additional work.